So hello guys, my new year started out as my Surface Book 2 charger broke down, heated up so much that it melted the outer box a little bit. It was very hot, like burning hot, not just regular hot. And it broke down. It didn't charge my Surface Book 2 anymore, and I wasted a whole day looking for a new one, and I didn't find the shop that sells it. I had to order it online and all that, but I was gaming on my computer, and I got the notice on my computer that the battery is running low, and I plugged it in. It charged it, and then it got really hot. So I didn't find a new one. I did my research that there is a chance to charge your computer with USB-C type charger. You have to have like this, but and the minimum was I found like Dell charger 45 watts, but the problem is that the original one is 102 watts. So this is better watt than the smaller watts, because it charges faster, and when you're using your computer at the same time, it still charges. And that 45 watt is minimum to charge that computer, but then you can't do anything on your computer because it's still charging very slow and still uses your battery capacity, your battery power. But I found that Apple makes these C-type batteries, and this is 87 watts. It still charges. You can do some of it, work on your computer at the same time, but still it charges slow. The best second aftermarket charges should be 95 minimum, 95 watts. Then it's okay, and you can game and all that. But okay, let's put this aside. I got it second hand also, and the cable is a little bit broken. The best solution is to got that heat shrink tubing like these, and you just slide them over, and you can fix it yourself. Just like I got a couple of extra ones here, so these places here, they tend to crack and broke down over time also, so I'm gonna shrink them here also for extra strength. Oh, let's do it right now. And then I'm gonna tell you about the Surface Book Original charger, how I fixed it. just like that, easy. Evenly apply the heat everywhere. Yeah, I think maybe you can fast forward a little bit this video, because this takes a little time. Or I just cut it out. And so and show the last solution, how it came out. So it was broken here, getting a little black, but don't worry about that. That means my fire was too close. Or there was some dirt on there and it burnt. Like grease on your fingertips or that, something like that. So just make sure it stays in place and you don't have any more problem with this cable being exposed. Maybe I just should have take another coral, and with these little pieces also I'm gonna make these ends here, or start plugs a little bit stronger like this, and the same way just burn it. Go heat shrink tubing, yeah, you can use those. So this is the second option. Put this aside, moment. And the original one, let's come back to that. Sorry, I was able to crack it open. Just take something thin, like I don't know, a little screwdriver, or something like that, or a Keyprock knife. Just crack this side open where this information is. Just put it in between here and crack it open. You have to be careful because this cover is melted in, and just pop it open side to side, and don't worry about these little pieces here. Will broke a little bit, but it's okay because it's melted in. So if you got this box open, your inside would look like this. I got this connected here, we just unhook it. Will show like this. You have to pull it out. That's what she said. And the main problem that these will malfunction is that they're getting too hot, and these connections right here, where those power cables come in, Surface Book, that type of connection, yeah. This wire, this side, those wires here, right here, they will melt this side, and this power brick will get very, very hot, and these little thin places here, soldering places, they will come untacked. So what I did was take we call it sugar cubes, like electric contacts. and I hooked it up here like that, and I left the older connection here because it's better not to solder them right to the green plate here. Yes, and it's better to have a little space on that if this problem should happen again, so you know what's going on then. So the tin will melt and the contacts come open, and I solder it back together again and fix that. So I decided I had this little metal piece lying around, aluminium, yeah, and I put an extra heat sink here. It acts as a heat sink, so it will take that extra heat and absorb it. Uh, any kind of aluminium is good. And I fix it like that, but because of that I can't. You have to be very careful not to break any wires here, and Microsoft should have done this a little lower wattage. Maybe I don't mind the size of it. By all means, the charger could be a little heftier, but it should be that kind of charger that wouldn't broke down, because it's too damn expensive to buy a new one. That's why you're gonna check out all the. That's why you're watching this video. Yeah, and I have to figure something out to put it back in the box, so it would be like pretty for that. I thought that I would go to the hardware store and buy some aluminium casing around here, but then I thought that that could short circuit the whole thing, and maybe even damage your computer. But this original charger has a little USB port also here, yeah, and after I fixed that, I had laying around on an old laptop. Actually, I have them three of them, and just another basic, that micro USB or just any kind of USB plug that you have that you don't use, or you just have it. So I took the old laptop and I took the ventilation there, and I cut the USB wire here and connected these little wires, and now I can do this thing. I can cool down the charger while it's loading or taking a lot of wattage, voltage, everything in the plug, and still it's getting a little bit hot, but not as much as if you're using lots of resources on your computer. It will get hot, and at the same time you're charging your computer. Microsoft should have had a little fan in there to cool that charging breakdown. And that little USB thing here right now, I made a little fan, and it blows cold air in here at the same time if you're playing a game. are doing something like video editing and all those windows are open and all, to cool down the charger. And it is very cold now. It's never getting uh, and don't worry about, because this is so small, it uses very little power, it still charges your computer at the same time. I just have to make some kind of box around it to look a little better, but the basic idea, you get it, I think. And that's that. That's how I fix the problem that Microsoft has with Surface Book 2 chargers. They're getting extremely hot and they don't have any type. They have some of heat shrink here, but it's not enough. And they should add a little fan here, but yeah, I understand it would be bigger and a little more noisier, because it doesn't matter if you're gaming your computer, Surface computer, those fans here that start working, they're gonna make a lot of noise also. So that extra noise doesn't disturb anyone. But if you're watching a movie or something like that, then you don't need that fan. That's why I'm gonna make a little switch bit in here, so I don't have to always unplug it and plug it back in. So I'm gonna make a little switch here to just flip the switch and all that, but I'm not using that USB port anyway here, because for phone charging the best way is the original chargers. You're gonna fuck up your phone anyway. And yeah, that's how you fix the main reason. That's the main reason that Microsoft has. It's getting extremely hot and it will melt these contacts here. And you can fix it by yourself or pay $100 to buy a new one. I'll try to show it. Yeah. So I'm gonna unplug it and show you a little thing. Show you closer that little. No, that's that one. And this is down. That's down here somewhere. Yep. So you have that wire coming from this side and it will melt down. Yeah. So these places here are burnt, but I left a little plastic here because it's better not to it's better to have space here, because maybe this will happen again and melt it again, but then the green plate, the mechanic plate, or I don't know how it's called, this would not get damaged. Yeah. And try to find some contacts or something like that to use it. And these ones should not be vice versa, and make something like that that they don't come in contact while charging. It's gonna blow that shit up. And that's why I have this little plastic around that connector, so they won't contact. So yeah, Surface Book 2 is a great computer. It's a good computer, but the main problem is, I think it's the charger that comes with it. It's poorly designed. Just make a little fan here somewhere and make the cable longer, and everybody is happy again. Thank you for watching. Don't subscribe, don't like, but I hope this video will help somebody. Bye bye.